everyone, so second book for review this week is A Flight in the Heavens by Gabrielle Gagne-Cyr, which I hope I've said right. I always say this about author names when I can't pronounce them, but I really hope that's right. So if you want to check out my review, I have just posted that. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or my blog, there's a link within the post. And this is the video review. So A Flight in the Heavens by Gabrielle Gagne-Cyr. It's a really compelling adventure. It's about Farah. She embarks on a mission to assassinate a man who's responsible for taking everything from them, and to do so she seeks the power of the gods, but it isn't without complication, as these things usually are. So she encounters all these challenges along the way, and Farah and her team of allies end up learning a lot more than they originally bargained for. So the more they uncover and the more they discover and find out about this mission they've set themselves on, they find it's more complicated than they first thought. And so they have to seek help from a pirate's daughter. I mean, could you say adventure anymore? This was great. This literally had everything you could want. Battles, mystery, heroic acts. It was action-packed, it was filled, and you can really tell that Gabrielle has put her heart and soul into creating a magical, mystical world where all these amazing things can happen and literally anything is possible. And so you very quickly learn to expect the unexpected. It was with every turn of the page came the unexpected. So I loved all they endured. It was such an adventure, like I said, and I was gripped every minute. I was absolutely gripped by everything the team did. It was so much fun being on this adventure with them, even if it was super scary at times and super intense. But it had me kind of intrigued from the very beginning, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And so once I was invested in the characters and the mission, I was definitely a part of the adventure with them, which I absolutely loved. Introducing Ferris, who is the pirate's daughter. There's all these questions and feelings and emotions already sort of shared between the characters, and then she's come in, and it just made for really interesting dynamics, built-in sort of complications and conflict of a simple nature compared to what they were dealing with in terms of their adventure. So when you think about who and what the characters were dealing with on their adventure, they had these confused feelings for one another from the very beginning. There was a lot of conflict there with their feelings for one another, but also along the way they had this sort of trivial comparison of conflict when it came to their sort of feelings over the type of adventure they were having and all they were discovering. So you had these two elements, and that said, sort of the characters provided an interesting level of excitement and tension and uncertainty, because this whole emotional connections thing going on between them all was confusing for them. And so, as you know, when you go on these kind of missions where you're a team, you kind of need to be united, and then when something else comes in the way, like relationships and feelings and dealing with emotions, it can get in the way and it can disrupt the mission. So I love that was sort of like teetering on the edge the whole time for them. So Farah and Ferris were great, though. I absolutely love them together. They're really strong and they're really independent, and they're leaders. They're both leaders by nature. So they faced many a challenge together, and then also working alone, and they had a lot of work to do in understanding each other. So a lot of the development between them was about them learning to compromise and work together, coming to terms with the connection they had emotionally, and then building on that to be successful in their mission. So I hope this is going to be further explored, this connection that they shared, because this was very much about them accomplishing all they'd set out to do. And I think they have this great dynamic, so I really hope there'll be future stories created for this series, because that'd be great to explore what happens next with these characters. And so it was just like a really super exciting, action-packed, mystery-filled adventure. It's really left me wanting more. I'm really excited to see what Gabrielle's going to bring next for these characters, and I'm excited for what the future holds for them. There's a whole team of characters here, there's a whole cast to explore, and there's a lot going on, and I just can't wait to find out what the future holds for them. It's one of those things I can't say. It will be completely unpredictable. I have no idea, but I really hope it's going to be as exciting as this first adventure. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of A Flight in the Heavens by Gabrielle Gagne-Cyr, which I hope you will. If you've read A Flight in the Heavens, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So please comment below. Please let me know what you thought of the story, of the adventure, of the characters. And if you haven't read it yet, but you're planning to read it, it's on to be read list, so you're really interested in reading it, comment, let us know what you're interested in reading, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye.